Yahweh, right? And the lesson is going into the distraction demon, right? You got to beware of distractions in these last days. You have to stay focused and be meditating in the prophecies of the Lord. Like so we're going to start off with Mark chapter 13. Start at the 32nd verse, brother. Off the shot. Mark 13. Try to hit the light. All right, bring out Mark chapter 13, verse 32. All right, so we about to bring it out, man. Right, breaking down the distraction demon. Right, you got to beware of the distraction demon in these last days. You have to stay focused on the Lord and on the prophecies that's taking place within these last days. So bring it out, King. Mark chapter 13, verse 32.
The book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 32.
Right.
But of that day and that hour knoweth no man.
Right, so no man knoweth the day nor hour and the time frame in which the Lord is coming back. You don't know the specific day and the hour. Right? Now the Lord gave us signs spoken about in Matthew the 24th chapter. So we read the signs and we know the signs that lets us know that the Lord is coming back. We don't know the specific day and hour. Read on.
No, not the angels which are in heaven.
Not even the angels that are in the heavens. Read on.
Neither the Son.
Neither do Yahweh know the time that he's coming back. That's deep right there. Read on.
But the Father.
But Yahweh. That's the Father. Read on.
Take ye heed and take ye heed, watch and pray.
Do what?
Watch and pray.
So you gotta watch and pray. What do you have to watch? The brothers know what you have to watch. The signs of the time. The prophecies. You got to watch your spirit. As it states in 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5, you have to examine yourself. You have to prove your own souls, as it states in Sirach chapter 37, verse 27. So you have to watch watch the prophecies, man. Okay, read on.
Take ye heed, watch and pray.
You also have to pray. Right? Give me Psalm chapter 119, verse 164 on prayer and meditation. Everybody should be praying, man. If you're not praying, you're going off. You shouldn't pray once a week or twice yearly. That's going off, man. You have to pray all throughout the day. You know. So bring that out, King. Psalm chapter 119, verse 164.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 164.
Right?
7 times a day do I praise thee.
7 means completion. Right? So a complete number of times a day are we to praise Yahweh Yahweh. When you wake up in the morning and when you give slumber to your eyelids at night, you should always be praising the Lord and giving thanks. Read on.
Because of thy righteous judgments.
Because of his righteous judgments that he's executing on the earth. Right? Judging the heathen nations. Right? The 2/3 that don't want to get right, the Most High is bringing judgment. So we praise the Lord for his righteous judgments. So also give me Psalm chapter 55, verse 17. Right? So King David was praying unto the Lord 7 times a day, which is completion.
Psalm chapter 55, verse 17.
Right.
Evening and morning and at noon will I pray.
It say evening, morning, and at noon will I pray to the Lord. So that's all throughout the day. Read on.
And cry aloud.
And do what?
And cry aloud.
You gotta cry aloud, man. Read on.
And he shall hear my voice.
And he's gonna hear your voice. And give me Psalm chapter 5 and verse 7.
The book of Psalms, chapter 5.
Right? And that's the easiest way to get sifted out this truth, not praying to the Lord. Right? That's your direct communication to the Heavenly Father. Right? So it will behoove you to make your prayers and supplications to the Lord in these last days. Bring it out, King.
The book of Psalms, chapter 5, verse 7.
Right?
But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy. And in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple.
In thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple, meaning facing the east. We all know that you have to face the east when you pray to the Lord. That's in Daniel chapter 6 and verse 10. But the point is, we have to be praying unto the Lord that we enter not into temptation. Right, so give me Luke, I believe that's 21 and 36. Start at the 34th verse. Oh, shut. Luke 21 and 34.
The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 34.
Right.
And take heed to yourselves.
And do what?
And take heed to yourselves.
You have to take heed in these last days. A lot of men not taking heed to the word of the Lord and the prophecies that's taking place. You have to take heed. Read on.
Lest at any time your hearts be overcharged. with surfeiting.
With what?
With surfeiting.
Brother, look up that word, surfeiting. All right?
In Hebrew or just on Google?
Just on Google. It's the same thing. Right? So the Lord said, take heed that your hearts be not overcharged with surfeiting.
To surfeit, cause someone to desire no more of something as a result of having consumed or done it to an excess.
A what? An access. That's what surfeiting means. It means access to. So too much of anything is bad for you. Right? Too much social media. You can't be on damn social media all day, man. Right? That's the quickest way to get jammed up. Right? And lose track of what you're really supposed to be doing in this truth. Right? Too much damn basketball. Brother, damn going to the damn gym every day. Not studying. Or not getting into precepts. Right? There's nothing wrong with going to the gym, but you have to find balance, as it states in Proverbs Chapter 11 and verse 1. Right? So too much of anything can be bad for you. Bring it out, King.
And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your heart be overcharged with surfeiting.
Meaning access. Read on.
And drunkenness.
And what?
And drunkenness.
You don't want to be spiritually drunk in these last days. You can be drunk off philosophy and doctrine. Right? Matter of fact, bring that out 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. Right? You can be damn drunk off doctrines, man. Right? Bring it out.
The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
That's plain upon tables. The Lord is coming back like a thief in the night. In a time in which people don't expect him to come back, that's when he's coming back to wreak havoc on earth. Right? These people not looking for the Lord to come back, man. Right? That's why they continue to be homosexuals. Right? We just had to get on 2 lesbians yesterday, man. Right? That was bucking up against the words of the Lord. Right? Blaspheming, speaking all manner of wickedness. So they're not looking for the Lord to come back and wreak havoc on the earth. Right? So they're spiritually drunk. Read on.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Right? And that's what they're saying right now. Peace, safety, prosperity, everything is going to be all right. Everything is not going to be all right, man. Right? The Lord is bringing massive judgment upon this wicked land. Read on.
As travail upon a woman with child.
Right?
And they shall not escape.
And they shall what?
And they shall not escape.
They're not going to escape the judgments upon the Lord. Read on.
But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief.
Keep reading.
Ye are all the children of the light, and the children of the day.
And we are the children of the light because we keep the commandments of the Lord. As it states in Isaiah chapter 2, verse 5, come ye Jacob, and let us walk in the light of the Lord. Which represents the commandments when you read Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. Scriptures say the Lord's word is a lamp unto our feet, to guide us through this wicked and perverse land. Read on.
We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep.
That is not what?
Therefore let us not sleep.
And you can't be sleeping in this truth, man. You got to wake up and pay attention and understand the times that you live in. Right? Scriptures say, lighten my eyes lest I sleep for death. That's in Psalm chapter 13, verse 3. Keep reading.
As do others.
As what?
As do others.
So a multitude of the people are sleeping right now. Read on.
But let us watch and be sober.
Let us do what?
But let us watch and be sober.
Don't be distracted.
Be sober.
With social media.
Be sober.
Right? In different doctrines.
Be sober.
Worried about women all day.
Be sober.
You have to be sober-minded, man. You have to be sober-minded. Okay, that's in 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 7. Matter of fact, bring that out real quick, King. 1 Peter 4 and 7.
It's a little bit more than two.
Yeah, it's a lot on that. Yeah.
Just one more verse.
Yeah, come on. Bring it out.
For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
See that? So you don't want to be sleeping at night, nor do you want to be drunk in the night. Real quick, give me Jeremiah 13, 16, then get 1 Peter 4 and 7. Right? So brothers got to sober up. Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 5. How do you sober up? By drinking of the living waters, by eating of the bread. All right? Right? Even when you physically drunk, that's how you sober up. You know, get some food, you sit down, you drink some water, right? Some milk, and get yourself together, man. Bring it out.
You said Jeremiah what, 13?
Jeremiah 13, 16.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 16. Give glory to the Lord your God.
You better give glory to the Lord Yahweh Shah. Read on.
Before he caused darkness.
Before you do what?
Before he caused darkness.
The Lord can cause darkness, man. The Lord can give you over to your own ruin and make you a reprobate. Read on.
And before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains.
Hey, your feet don't want to stumble upon the dark mountains. You don't want to stumble back into Christianity or stumble back into Islam or then fall back into adultery. Read on.
And while ye look for light, ye turn it into the shadow of death and make it gross darkness.
And make it what?
And make it gross darkness.
Right, so you got to give glory to the Lord before you cause gross darkness upon you. Before you give you over to your own ruin and take the spirit away from you, now you're back in the world. Right? So it's important to give glory to the Lord in these last days and stay occupied and stay watchful and always stay on fire, as it states in Luke chapter 12, verse 35. Now go back to 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. And it reads, but the end of all things is at hand.
Right? We live in the end of the world. The end of all things is at hand. Read on.
Be ye therefore sober.
Be what?
Be ye therefore sober.
So I can be sober-minded. Read on.
And watch into prayer.
And watch unto prayer. Right? So that's the point. You have to watch. You have to pray to the Lord. Right? You have to beware of surfeiting, meaning access. You have to find balance in the truth, but you should be more focused on the Lord. That I you.
Right, so yeah, the brother bringing it out, man. You know that distraction demon is all about being occupied in this truth, right? Setting yourself a schedule, right? Timers, things like that, man. So you're not occupied in the folly and foolishness of this world, right? Because Satan is working. Satan is on fire, man. Yeah. Right, you think you on fire? Imagine Satan, man. Yeah. Right, give me that in Job 2:1 real quick. Hey, Satan is on fire in this thing, man. Right, the Most High created Satan to do a job, and that's to keep you away from the tree of life. Right, so bring that up.
The book of Job, chapter 2, verse 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
All right.
And Satan came also among them.
Right, so Satan came to present himself before Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, right?
To present himself before the Lord.
Right.
And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou?
Right, where you coming from, Satan, read?
And Satan answered the Lord, and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
Right, so Satan is going to and fro in the earth. Right, read?
And from walking up and down in it.
Now, what is Satan doing to and fro in the earth? Right, he's setting to take men away from the knowledge and understanding, man. Right, give me Proverbs 4, and I believe I'm on verse 14. Right, so Satan is out here trying to darken your path in this thing, man. And these commandments, these testimonies, hey, that's the light, man. Right, the entire Bible is your light and your guide to walk that righteous path. Right, bring it up.
The book of Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14.
Right.
Enter not into the path of the wicked.
Right.
And go not in the way of evil men.
Now Satan, he comes as an angel of light, man. So he comes in the form of social media. Right, you sit here playing 2K. They say, you know, it's been 5 hours, man. And you ain't read, man. It's 3 in the morning, you playing 2K, man.
One more damn eyes bleeding, man.
Right? So I'm gonna play 1 more hour. No, why don't you read for 1 more hour like that, man?
One more
right?
TV show.
Right? Yeah, like 1 more episode on Netflix. You watching Netflix, next thing you know, it's damn 6 in the morning, man.
Yeah, brothers gotta beware that Netflix demon, man.
Yeah.
Damn binge watching Netflix all day. Right? You ain't reading not one precept a day. Right?
Right?
You late for work. You know, you leave crying.
Damn.
You're hungry. She don't care because you want to get in that 1 episode, man.
Oh,
Right, bring it up.
Avoid it.
Do what?
Avoid it.
Right, avoid that dark path, read.
Pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away.
Right, read.
For they sleep not,
Right.
except they have done mischief.
Right, so hey, the so-called white man, the wicked, and they don't sleep unless they done wicked. So they not sleeping, man. Right, they're not sleep. Satan doesn't sleep, man. Right, Satan does not sleep like man has to sleep. You got to get, 6, 8 hours in, whatever the case may be. Right. You get tired. Hey, Satan never gets tired. He's always on your heels, right, Greg?
And their sleep is taken away unless they have, unless they cause some to fall.
You see that? So, hey, man, they have to make somebody fall. These demons, man. Right, get the book of Sirach, chapter 6, and start at 34. Right, these demons working double, triple overtime, man. 24/7.
God.
Demons out there, man.
And these demons are crafty, man. Right? These demons know what you like. They know your every desire. Right? So like the brother said, they're going to transform to an angel of light. And that's what Satan does, right? So he comes to you in the form of in social media or in the form of a woman, right? Just to sift you out, okay?
Can I bring that out? Right?
You said Sirach 6.
Start at 34.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 34.
Right?
Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise.
Right, so you have to cleave unto him that is wise, man. And who's wiser than the men of the scriptures, man? The accounts of the scriptures. Who's more wise than that, man? Right? Everything in the Bible, man. Right? Bring it up.
Be willing to hear every godly discourse.
What do you say?
Be willing to hear every godly discourse.
It says every godly discourse, man. Right? You got to be willing to hear every single godly discourse. Right? Read.
And let not the parables of understanding escape thee.
Right? Don't be reading, you kind of don't understand something, and you just keep reading, man. Just to say, yeah, I read Isaiah. Did you understand what you read, man? Right? Ask questions, man. Like, what is this? What is this place? Kind of look into it, man. You got to get in there, man. You reading over stuff, you don't know what it means. No, ask a brother. Right? Pray to the Most High. Right? Read.
If thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door.
And the Lord said, if you see a man of understanding, wear out the foots of his door. Don't think that, hey, I'm going to annoy this brother. And man, you can text any of these brothers, any of these other learned men. You can hit them up any time of the day, man. I'm speaking for myself. You can hit me any time of the day. I'm going to get back to you, man. Right? Because that's the job of being a servant of the Lord. Right, Reed? Verse 37.
Verse 37, and it reads, let thy mind be upon the ordinance of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments.
Meditate on social media.
Meditate continually in his commandments.
Meditate on Netflix.
Meditate continually in his commandments.
So you have to meditate continually in the commandments, man. You have to continually be in these accounts, right? Everlasting, right, Reed?
He shall establish thine heart, and give thee wisdom at thy own desire.
Right, so get the book of Psalm chapter 119 and verse 15, right? So Jake, you gotta, avoid these distractions, man. Like the brother said, of course you don't want to be over-righteous and destroy yourself, right? But hey, the Most High, your life revolves around the Lord. It's not the other way around. You're not fitting the Lord into your schedule. Right? You gotta fit your schedule into the Lord's program. Right? Before you lay up with your rib and do some folly and madness, make sure you read, study, man. That's what your whole life should be around, man. The Lord. All right, bring that up.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 115.
Right.
Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God.
Right, read.
Uphold me according unto thy word, that I may live.
So I said 119 and 15.
You said 115 or 15?
Yeah, 15.
What's
Psalm 119 and verse 15.
That was a good one too.
Right? Because, hey, people that you hang around can be distracted. We'll get into that. Bring that up.
Psalm chapter 119, verse 15.
Right?
I will meditate in thy precepts.
I will do what?
I will meditate in thy precepts.
Right, read.
And have respect into thy ways.
I read on.
I will delight myself in thy statutes, and I will forget thy word.
I will not
forget thy word.
I will not forget thy word. Right? So how do you not forget the word of the Lord, man? Right? Is it by half-assing, or is it by meditating daily and strengthening your mind by being focused solely on the Lord? Right? How do you remember them precepts? And you study, man. You read continually and actually study for hours and hours, man. Right? You miss time with your family, man. You miss time so-called hanging out. You put down the damn game controller, man. I don't play the game for months, man. Right? Get a second Maccabees 15, verse 18. Bought a damn game system, I don't even play it, man.
Yeah.
Right? You don't got no time, man. It's too much work to do, man. Right? And to watch Netflix all day. Right? Bring that up. Second Maccabees 15 and 18.
The book of Second Maccabees, chapter 15, verse 18. For the care that they look for their wives and their children, their brethren and kinsfolk.
Right, the care that you have for your wife, your children, your brethren, your kinfolk, right?
Was in least account with them.
What the Lord say?
Was in least account with them.
That was in the least of their concerns, man. Right, read?
But the greatest and principal fear was for the holy temple.
But our principal fear is for the holy temple, man. Right, and guess what? The temple is the Israelites, man. Right, you're the temple of God. So our sole purpose should be solely on serving the nation, man. And everything else take a back burner, man. Don't give a damn if your wife's saying, look, I need more time. You say, I need more time for the Lord, man. Right, I gotta do this work so I can get the kingdom, get the hell out of captivity. Right? That's what our mind need to be focused on. Right? Because people get too caught up in the world, man. You gotta say the hell with the world and focus solely on the Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah. Right, so that would be it.
God.
And Salakia, and I was gonna say those are those that fell among thorns, man. Right, the cares of the world, the riches and the lust thereof choke the word and they become unfruitful. Most I willing, we're gonna bring that out in Mark the 4th chapter. So you don't want to be that brother that fall among thorns in these last days. You have to fall on good ground. You have to bring forth fruit.
That's right. You can get yours, and then we're going to get Job 12:7. Israel, you got to remain occupied. If you're not remaining occupied, and the Lord's going to sift you out through Satan himself. One day you're reading precepts and you're studying them, and next thing you know, your mind is somewhere else.
You say you want to get mine first?
Yeah, you get yours first.
Let's get the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. So we in a short period of time, man. Like it's saying Mark 13, I believe the 20th verse. Right? The time is short, man. As y'all realize, and as brothers realize, the time is speeding up, man. We're in the end of this thing, right? So the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. Why does it remain that they that have wives as it be as though they had none? Because they got too much work to do, man. You got to do the work of the Lord. You got to fast. You got to read. You got to pray. You got to be doing the Sabbath service. You got to be there at the school, right? You got to do the work of the Lord, right? You got to make videos, right? This all the things that the elect gonna do, man. We're gonna push this word out, right?
That's right.
So let's jump down to 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world pass away. So you got to use this world, but don't abuse it, man. Right, like the brothers were just getting into. And let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 35.
Like it was a little more than that, verse 32.
Oh, verse 32, so like.
That's mighty.
But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong unto the Lord, and how he may please the Lord. Right? So it's not always bad to be single in this thing, man.
I was gonna say that, man. Right? Hey, read that again, because you got brothers stress. I don't got a wife, brother. Hey, brother. Right? Come on, brother. Right? You don't have to stress about those things, man, and those matters. Right? Because if you don't got a wife, you got more time for the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You got more time to serve Yahweh Shemiah Shah. Right? Break it out again, King.
But I would have you, but I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the
children, feed your child, change pampers, right? A lot of that can take you away from the word of the Lord, man. Right? Keep reading.
how he may please the Lord. But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife.
Keep reading.
There is a difference, but also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman careth for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy, both in body and in spirit. But she that is married careth for the things of the world, how she may please her husband.
Right, and that's playing upon tables. A married woman, she's going to care for the things of the world. Right? How she may please her husband. Right? Going to get food, cooking, right? Cleaning all the time. So on and so forth. Doing wifely duties. Okay? Read on.
And this I speak for your profit, It's like for your own profit.
So Paul's saying, look, I speak this for your own profit. This is righteous advice that I'm giving to the Israelites in the church of Corinth. Read on.
Not that I may cast a snare upon you.
He said, look, I ain't trying to cast a stumbling block upon you. I ain't trying to get you jammed up. Read on.
But for that which is coming.
But, hey, look, I'm just telling you what's real, man. This is for your spirit. Right? So you can focus on the Lord without what? Keep reading.
And that you may attend upon the Lord without distraction.
Without what?
Without distraction.
Without distractions, because all those things can bring about distractions, man. Right? So if you are married, you got to find balance in the Lord, as it states in Proverbs Chapter 11 and verse 1. Right? But if you're not married, brother, you should be on fire for the Lord. There's no excuses. Bring it up.
Bring out Genesis 24 and 63, King.
That's real, though. Paul was speaking real, man.
That's right. You got sick. When you see, you got more leisure,
Yeah,
man.
you got way more.
You can pray, you can study more.
Less responsibility, too.
A whole lot. A lot of brothers, hey, you take advantage of it while you can.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with having a family, but when you got free time, hey,
You said Genesis 26 and 35?
24 and
So, I
63.
mean, that's a big responsibility that Jake don't realize having a wife, man. That's somebody's soul in your hands.
Right.
Literally, the Lord go judge you, man. And say, hey, man, what? You gotta be more on fire, man.
That's
Even more so.
That's a fact, man.
That's right. You bring it up.
Genesis chapter 24, verse 63. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field as the eventide.
Right. Now, Isaac had a wife. We all know his wife, but yet he still had time to meditate in the fields.
Right.
Now, he was meditating. He wasn't meditating on folly, how to make the sharpest sickle, how to make how to make the cows to obey him all the time. He's not meditating on folly. Right? We can extrapolate through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that he's meditating upon the precepts, the law, right, and things to please the Lord. You can bring out Job 12 and 7. Because when you're out in the field and you're meditating, you don't just close your eyes like the monk too. You don't do the mantras.
Yeah, that's vanity.
Yeah, that's off, right? And you observe nature as well. You see the birds, you acknowledge the beasts, and you can learn something from them. You bring it out.
You said Job 12 and 7?
That's why the Lord said go to the ant in the book of Proverbs, the 6th chapter. You got to learn of the ant, man. The ant, they always working. I never seen an ant just standing there, sitting there. No, they always got a damn Dorito chip in their hand or popcorn. They always in straight formation and they doing their thing, man. So you got to learn about the ants. I want to be like an ant in this thing, man.
Imagine if
It's okay to say that.
Imagine if the ants, like, one of them got distracted. They would not eat because they would make it change.
They might
get
get
focused, man.
I think certain ants eat other ants if they're not doing work. I could be wrong, but that's something I have to look up again.
Yeah. So you really got to learn of that ant, man. The ant is a wise insect. And it's so little, man, but hey, man, do its thing. It don't have no boss, no guy, no overseer over there telling them, hey, look, go get that popcorn, go get that Dorito chip, hey, man, gather that food, hey, make that damn ant hill. Man, they do it willfully, man.
God.
Yeah.
Job chapter 12, verse 7. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee.
Hey, ask the beast, they're going to teach you. All right? That's not, literal. You walk up to an ant and say, teach me, master. It's not, that's off. All right, that's off.
You learn
you gotta observe these animals, watch them, and you gotta pick up certain things from certain traits, certain behaviors. For an example, brother brought out already. Hey, go to the ant. We can bring it out real quick. Proverbs 6 and 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Yeah, the ant.
All right. The Lord's getting on Israel. The Lord's getting on Israel because you got a lot of sluggards in this thing. All right. He know who this verse is going to speak to. All right. If you've been lazy or lackadaisical, right, any other synonym for lazy, hey, you gotta acknowledge the ant and get your ass moving.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can't be like a sloth, man. A sloth is one of the laziest animals in the animal world. Right? All they do is just damn.
Chilling.
Right? They don't make too much movement, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they slow.
They slow belly.
Right? Yeah, they slow bellies like the brother said. All right, bring it out.
Book of Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise.
Yeah, so hey, the avoid being distracted, which is the lesson, right? That distraction demon, you gotta get to work. And when you distracted, you gotta get out of that distraction. right? But it might be a lust, and lust isn't always sexual. You can be, it's like you can have a lust for money, a lust for getting work.
Yeah.
In this world, now work for the truth. Work in the world, you got a lust for your wife, you know, lust for anything.
Lust for TV.
A lust for TV. Video games.
Lust for video games.
Xbox 360. 2K all day because you want to use LeBron. Bring out Sirach 33 and 17.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 17.
38 and 14.
Most likely, 38 and 14. 38 and 14, Sirach, 38 and 14. It reads, "For they shall also pray unto the Lord, that he would prosper that which they give for ease and remedy to prolong life.
What's the next verse?
He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician."
It might be 37, where it say, in opportunity to leisure, you get wisdom.
Sirach 38:14, I believe. 24.
38 and 24, that might be it.
The book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 24. "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by the opportunity of leisure."
Right, by the opportunity of leisure.
Time.
Right, if you want to get wisdom, free out your board, free out your schedule. Stop making so many damn appointments, it's not necessary. Stop filling in the empty time, playing 2K.
Physical.
What else did Jake do besides 2K?
Workout.
Work out all day.
Yeah, workout day.
And we know when brothers got a workout demon. Right? All it takes is a little bit, and then you're working out all day, every
Hey,
day.
what's some more distractions, brothers?
Women.
Woman, right?
TV.
TV,
Your phone.
Yeah,
phones,
I got something for the phone too at home. Yo.
John.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
them phones, man. That's the damn device is Satan,
You
man.
gotta turn off your phone sometimes. When you study, turn it off.
Oh yeah, YouTube, man. Brothers gotta beware that
Nah,
YouTube.
YouTube is, yeah.
You know, too much damn videos, brother.
Hey,
Right,
you
chill out,
watching, you
study.
binge watching Vlad TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Thinking about too much stuff.
You watching about all the celebrities and they follow you all day.
yeah.
You caught up in that? 4 hours, man.
One more, it's alright, 18 and 30. That's what I want to bring
You know,
up.
4 hours, you like, damn, wait a minute.
Yeah, you can't get caught up in that, man. Hey, and this is real stuff.
You like,
man.
hey, you your boy beefing with who? You all.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, what Kanye today?
You watching damn TMZ all day, man.
Alright.
Hey, is True Videos cool to binge on?
Of course.
Yeah, you can binge watch true videos, but you want to study too, man. You
Yeah,
gotta
all
study.
balance.
You gotta, you know,
Take
read the
notes.
scriptures. You know, take notes. You know, you gotta find balance in the Lord, man. You gotta study for
So
yourself.
you gotta literally write this thing out when you watch the video, take notes, read. Like,
Yeah, we living in them. Hey, the days are short now, right? The day is flying, so you gotta make you a schedule so you can hit on everything you need to do within those days, man. It ain't like back in the day where you could just wing it. No, you gotta be occupied in these last days.
Hey, Jake in the
Really
booth.
be organized.
You got it. It's like Jake in the booth all day too. Somebody said trying to be a rapper.
yeah, music can be a distraction.
Yeah.
You gotta find balance and all.
Trying to make a beat, you know, every
Oh
day.
yeah, they're making beats, man.
Got that Kanye spirit, making a beat every day.
You'll be down sitting for an hour trying to make a beat. Come on, some
This is the one.
right?
This is gonna get me
Yeah,
hot.
yeah.
Yeah, so you know, brothers in music,
You gonna take
you
that
gotta
goddamn
find
balance.
balance though. If you damn writing a rap all day long, making beats all day, you ain't ready going on. You can't do that.
You bring it out, King.
Again, nothing's wrong with doing these things. It's talking about it becoming a distraction.
Yeah.
Is it 18 to 20 or 18 to 30?
30.
Okay, so like the book of Sirach, chapter 18, verse 30. "Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thy appetites."
Right? And you gotta get away from that. Get away from your appetites and your lusts. Right? When birds, this is another thing you can acknowledge from beasts and you can learn them. And then teach you this. When birds see some shit going down, they don't stick around. They can get the hell out of there, man. They start flocking away.
They very intuitive.
They're not Esau where they hear a noise and they say, "What's that? Let's investigate." They get the hell out of there, man.
Yeah. I got a
There's a
preset.
little more in that too.
Oh, yeah.
"If thou givest thy soul desire that please her,
If you give your soul the desires that please her, right? They on the game all day, that might please your soul, man.
Yeah.
Right? On social media all day, right? That might please your soul. Talking to a plethora of women, that might please your soul, right? Read on.
she will make thee a laughing stock to thy
And
enemies."
you'll end up getting embarrassed one way or another. The Lord might expose you and kind of just
Yeah.
You know, you sinning in your folly, man.
Yeah, and them rich Edomites in high places that's throwing up enchantments on us, they kind of laughing, man. When they see you give over to your own lust, they laugh at you.
And the
Yeah, I
demons
got this
laughing.
thing.
And
Right.
the demons laughing.
Yeah, them demons, them spirits, man. They're in the spiritual realm turning up in wickedness, right? Because they see you falling out.
We fish on the right hand side, they fish on the left hand side. Got another nigga.
Yeah.
He's out the truth. We did it, boys.
And they want the mightiest men too,
Mm-hmm.
right? The 2/3, you know, Jake out there that's a homosexual hating his brother. They don't want them, man. They want the brother that's in the truth, keeping the commandments, being righteous. All right, that's what the demons want. I got a precept. Get Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 24.
The book of Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 24. And it reads, there be 4 things which are little upon the earth.
So you got 4 things that are little upon the earth, right? Little tiny things. Read on.
But they are exceeding wise.
But they are exceeding wise. Read on.
The ant are a people not strong.
Right, so the ant's not strong, man. You can just damn go outside and just damn step on an ant. And that'll be the end of that ant. Okay, so they're not strong. They can't fight back. Read on.
Yet they prepare their meat in the summer.
Hey, but they prepare their meat in the summer. And in the summertime, you're going to see those ants in formation, building up their ant hills and carrying their food. Read on.
The coney are but a feeble folk, yet make they their house in the rocks.
Right, read on.
The locusts have no king, yet go they forth all of them by bands.
Right, so the locusts are in order, man. They all go forth in bands. They don't have no king or no captain. Read on.
The spider take hold with her hands.
Hey, the spiders, they kind of do their thing with their hands. Read on.
And it's in the king's palaces.
It's in the king's palaces. That spiders everywhere, man. Damn, got that spider web up in your house, man. Right, so the spiders, they be everywhere making their palaces. Okay, read on.
And there be 3 things which go well, yea, 4 are comely and going. A lion which is strongest among beasts, and turneth not away for any. A greyhound and he goat also, and a king, against whom there is no rising up.
That's it on that. Right, so the point is you have to learn from these different animals and apply it to your daily lifestyle. Right, learn from the spider, learn from the ant, learn from the coney, right, so on and so forth.
In the summertime, I literally just sit outside and just watch the animals.
Yeah.
I watch the fish.
And Shalaki, that's therapeutic, man. Right? Hey, in the summertime, man, get out the house, man. Right? Go for a walk. Right? Go to the park. Go look at the damn rivers, man. Right? And stop being distracted with these different demons out here.
So
You got
it
it.
said in Jeremiah, I believe Jeremiah 6, that even the animals know the judgments of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
So they know the signs of the
Well,
times.
matter of fact, bring that out in Jeremiah 8 and 7.
I think, yeah, I did read it. Maybe,
About the stork.
yeah.
Jeremiah 8 and 7. Hey, the scriptures say the ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. Right? So the animals, they know what's going on. Right? Hey, the animals actually are in order. Man is out of order, man. Bring it up.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 7. Yea, the storks in the heaven knoweth her appointed times.
Now, stork is a bird. Read on.
And the turtle and the crane and the swallow, the shallow, observe the time of their coming, but my people know not the judgment of the Lord.
You see that? So the birds and the turtles. Matter of fact, read that again, Salakia.
Yea, the storks in the heavens knoweth her appointed times.
Right, so the stork in the heaven, the birds, they know when they have to migrate. Read on.
And the turtle and the crane and the swallow observed the time of their coming.
And they observe the times. Hey, look, it's time to migrate. It's time to go down south, whatever the case may be. Read on.
But my people know it not the judgment of the Lord.
Hey, but the Israelites, they don't know the judgment of the Lord. Like, give me Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 5. You have to understand the judgment of the Lord. You have to arise and depart. Right? Come out of the ways spiritually of America. Right? Because, again, these are all devices of the spiritual game of Satan. Esau is a very crafty man. He's not always going to come at you with the gun. Right? He's going to come at you with different devices and tools. A record deal. Okay? Social media, phones, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all these damn apps, man, to keep you away from the Lord. Bring it up.
Proverbs chapter 6, I'm going to start at verse 4 and verse 5.
Yeah, you can start at 5.
Verse 4 is good too, though. It say, deliver thyself as a robe.
What verse 4 say?
It say, give not sleep to thy eyes, nor slumber to thy eyelids.
Playing upon tables. Don't give sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Right? When you sleeping and slumbering all the time, you don't know what's going on. Right? Like when you wake up from a nap, you kind of feel like you missed out on something. Right? That's how it is when you sleeping and slumbering. Bring it up.
Deliver thyself as a robe from the hand of the hunter.
Now, a roe is a deer. And when that hunter come, hey, that deer get out of dodge, man. Right? Hey, they don't play games. Hey, when hunting season come around, you got the Edomites that go out there with their camouflage and they damn M16 assault rifles. Hey, them deers and the damn snipers. Hey, them deers be out of there, man.
You don't got to tell the deer to run.
Yeah, you got to really be precise to go deer hunting. Because them deers, man, they get low. You know? Break it up.
And as a bird from the hand of the fowler.
And as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Right? So you have to deliver thyself. Keep reading on to that.
Go to the end, thou sluggard.
Read it again, verse 5, Shalakia.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Deliver thyself as a robe from the hand of the hunter.
So you have to deliver yourself. Read on.
And as a bird from the hand of the fowler.
How do you deliver yourself? Right? Through the Spirit, you got to come out of the ways of America. Right? You have to depart ye, and touch not the unclean thing. What's the unclean thing? The ways of the so-called white man. Right? Now give me Revelation chapter 18, verse 4, which is the classic.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Right? Come out of her. That her is talking about America. You got to come out of the ways of America. Egypt, Babylon. Read on.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
And the scriptures say, be not partaker of other men's sins. Matter of fact, bring that out of 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 22. Right? You can't be partaker of other men's sins.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 22. Lay hands suddenly on no man, neither be partakers of other men's sins.
What the Bible say?
Neither be partakers of other man's sins. Keep thyself pure.
Do what?
Keep thyself pure.
So you have to keep yourself pure within these last days, also by staying blameless. Give me 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3. Right? And the part of staying blameless is not being distracted. It's staying focused in these last days.
2 Corinthians.
And that's how you accumulate skill, by focus, by consistency, by repetition. Bring it out.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3.
Hey man, when Michael Jordan was in that gym, he wasn't distracted, man. Right? When Kobe was doing this thing in that, Kobe used to be at the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. Right? Straight up and down, man. And he didn't go to parties, right? And when he, I kind of heard a story when Kobe went to a party, he was kind of looking at his watch. Like, I got to go home, man. Right? I got to be at the gym in the morning.
I got a point to make too. It's, they got these little books that these Edomites get rich off of, telling other people how to get rich. But it's basically just skills that you learn from the scriptures. And this book is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now it goes into these different men, Bill Gates, these rich billionaire Edomites.
Right.
They all wake up early in the morning.
Definitely.
They all wake up early, 5, 4, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And the first thing they do is probably read or something like that. Now you can take that on the spiritual level. It's smart to be getting up early, man. That's a great thing to do, is to get up early to start your day off, man. You're going to sleep at a reasonable time. Going into like Kobe, talking about 4 in the morning, the man in the gym, man.
Working out, drenched in sweat, man. Man, he got a damn game the same day, man. Right? So he went in the gym 4 o'clock in the morning, drenched in sweat, and he got a game the same day. Right? So we got to learn from these different men. Although it's in wickedness, they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but nonetheless, we can learn from that. Right down to Floyd Mayweather, man.
That's right.
He's a damn, he used to be at the casino, he used to damn jog back home, man. Miles, right? From the casino back to his damn mansion, man.
I should tell you that in Philippians.
That's kind of mighty right there.
Yeah, it is.
I had a point, but It'll come back to me most I will.
2 Corinthians 6 and 3.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians 6 and 3.
Give no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
Right? So you can't give no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. Right? Stop offending the ministry. Read on.
But in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of God.
It say in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Lord. So if these men do it to obtain a corruptible crown, how much more us, man? Right? When we doing this for the Lord. And we got to go 10 times harder, as it states in Proverbs Chapter 4, verse 28. Right? Waking up. You should be down waking up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Right? If I hear about a brother doing that, I'm going to get on you, man. Right? Because you're supposed to be up and making moves. Right? Read on.
And much patience, and affliction, and necessities, and distress, and stripes, and imprisonments, and the tumults, and the labors, and in watching and fasting.
And in what?
And in watching and
It
fasting.
say, and in watching and in fastings, man. Right? So Paul was watching through the Spirit. He was always watching the prophecies. He was always fasting. He was always keeping his spirit in order and his spirit in check. Right? So we have to do the same thing in these last days, because whatsoever things were written aforetime was written for our learning, as it states in Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Right?
That's right. It's an actor named Mark Wahlberg. You know, he did an interview on his life, and this Edomite wakes up at 2:30 a.m. every day. I kind of give out his whole schedule, right? 2:30, kind of wake up, and 15 minutes later, whatever, you start praying, whatever. Kind of go to sleep at like 6 or 7, right? You go out the whole day, you just working nonstop.
It's called discipline.
Yeah, that's discipline.
I want to bring this out.
You got it. One more point. I got a precept after you. I got to find it. But it's with the Rechabites. You read about it in Jeremiah in a lot of chapters. It was disciplined
We got a
in
family.
keeping their things. You got a family.
See that?
You got an old
And if
family.
a damn Edomite can do this, man, we can do that.
2:30.
You can't let an Edomite damn outwork you.
Right, that's well, Wisdom of Solomon 6.
Not letting an Edomite outwork me.
And so these men, they literally, check that out, man. Man wakes up at 2:30 in the morning. And then a lot of times, man, you can't sleep for 9 hours, brother. You gotta get up, man. Set an alarm, man.
Yeah, sleeping for damn 12 hours, man. That's off, man.
I ain't gotta work. Might as well sleep to 2
It's
p.m.
not off day.
But what about the Lord's work?
Hey,
man?
really, you don't got no off days in this thing, man. Right? When you really just sit back and analyze it, you don't have no off days. You should always be working. Figure it out, Ken.
And that thing about Kobe, right? It was a quote from him. He said, "You wake up at 3, train at 4, 4 to 6, come home, eat breakfast, relax. Now you back at it again at 9 and 11. Relax. Back at it again at 2 to 4. Now you back at it again at 7 and 9.
Yeah.
You do that every day.
See that?
And now he's considered one of the greats.
Yeah.
Right, so how do you become great in this truth? Is it by half-assing? No, man. How do you become one of the elect, man? Right, it's the same thing in righteousness.
It's the same thing. You can't expect to know, deep breakdowns in the parables and get all the understanding if you're not studying. Hey, brother, if you don't study, brother, you're not going to know nothing. Straight up and down. Right? You get what you put in. All right? If you put in 10%, that's what you're going to get, man. So you got to put in 100% so you can get 100% back. You got it?
I got a precept.
I had a precept of discipline real fast. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 12.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 12.
Right?
And it reads, Wisdom is glorious and never faded away.
Right?
Yes, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her.
Right, so wisdom can easily be found if you actually seek her, man.
Yeah,
You
you gotta
actually
seek wisdom.
want wisdom, man. If you truly, really, actually want it. Right? Read.
Gotta go ahead.
Whoso, she prevented them that desire her, and making herself first known unto them.
Right, and that desire of wisdom, just like Kobe, he desired to get number one. He desired to be the best. So it came unto him because he proved his desire by actually doing what he had to do to prove that he wanted to be the best.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Kobe said, I don't want to be around lazy people, man. He said, I don't want you on my team, man. What are you doing?
And that's how you should be in this truth. Right, that's why a certain order within the body, man. 'Cause we don't want people who not trying to do the work around us, man. To tell you straight like that, man. We don't want brothers who is lazy and lukewarm around us. So that's why certain things set up within the camp.
Hey, cause that spirit might rub off on you, man. That spirit might rub off on you. So you gotta look at things in the spiritual level, man. And I don't want this man around me because I know that spirit might rub off on me. Right, next thing you know, I'm lackadaisy. I got my feet kicked up. Right, being slothful right along with this man.
And if you see a brother being slothful, get on him, man. Like, brother, why wasn't you on the call? Why weren't you doing this, that, and the third, man? One day out the week, get on the call, man. All right, bring it up.
Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail. He shall find her sitting at his door.
Right, and while you being lukewarm and lazy, the other man, he kind of going in. He just got in the truth. He on fire. He watching all the breakdowns, got a highlighter going crazy, man. While you playing 2K.
He's sitting at her door.
Right?
Damn, stalking wisdom and righteousness, man.
Right?
You gotta be a weirdo for wisdom, man.
And you gotta really get on wisdom hills, right? Read.
To think, therefore, upon her is perfection of wisdom.
Right, you gotta always be thinking upon wisdom, read.
And whoso watches for her shall quickly be without care.
You see that? You gotta watch for wisdom constantly. Read on.
For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her.
Right, because wisdom is seeking those who's worthy of it. Now, is wisdom gonna dwell with the lukewarm brother playing 2K for 3 hours, or the brother who woke up 2 hours early before work just so he could read? Whose wisdom gonna go after? The brother that woke up, huh? Early. The brother who woke up at 6 in the morning, he gotta be at work at 9. He woke up at 6, hopped in the shower, got ready, prayed, he read, right? And he went to work. Like, he got off work and was reading and praying with his family. And then after that, he got it in some more, was studying, went to sleep early, did it again, huh?
Brothers gotta be on that. That waking up early thing, that's very important, especially if you got a family in this thing, man.
Yeah.
So I got a precept. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 4, just proving that wisdom is not going to dwell in a body that's subject to sin. For into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter. So if you got a malicious spirit, if you don't go after wisdom, she's not going to go after you, man. Read on. Nor dwell in a body that is subject unto sin. For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. So if you really truly got the Holy Spirit on you, you're going to flee those wicked thoughts, man. And you're going to do what's required of you in these last days.
That's right.
I'm still more in that, but I want to say wisdom is personified as a woman, right? If you know anything about women, you can't just neglect that attention, man. So wisdom, go get the hell out of there, man. Go to the next brother, right? But keep reading in verse 16, 6 and 16.
Verse 16. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her.
Right?
Sheweth herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in every thought.
Right, read.
It said, meeteth them in every thought, man. Right? So if you dwelling with wisdom, wisdom's going to meet you at every thought. But damn, I can't do that, man. I know that might get me jammed up. Hey, the scriptures say, go not in the way when thou mayest stumble, in the book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse 20. So when you have wisdom, you also have to have prudence, man. You have to know your weaknesses and your strengths to know the path that you can't go down. Right? Bring it up.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline.
Is the what?
Is the desire of discipline.
Right, the very true beginning to obtaining wisdom is the desire of discipline.
Which Jake doesn't
have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
You have to be, man. You gotta get up early. You gotta stay up longer. You gotta put down that damn controller, man. Right, ready?
Having discipline, that takes having, dealing with works, man. You gotta have good works, right? Faith without work is dead, man. Right? So, like the brother was bringing out, a lot of great men, they have high levels of discipline, right? And they kind of competitive too, a lot of great men.
You gotta be competitive in this truth.
Yeah, I don't want
righteousness.
This man can't outwork me, man. Right? You gotta try to outwork the next man in righteousness, not in folly, not in the wicked competition kind of thing, but just as exaltation, man.
God. Right, read that next verse.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love.
And the care of discipline is love. So I got one more. I guess I read 33, verse 27.
I appreciate it. think I was right on that. What was that?
Right, Sirach 33 and 27.
The book of Sirach chapter 33, verse 27.
Right?
Send him to labor, that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil.
Right, so you can't be evil. You can't be idle, man, because that'll lead to evil. Right? So, hey, man, the Lord said the servant, you got to send him to labor. Right? And that happened with Egypt, man. Right? We was crying to our Lord, so he said, make him work harder, man. Right? So do that in righteousness. You're a servant of the Lord, man. Right? So as a servant of the Lord, you have to be sent out to labor so you're not being idle. Right? Because then when you idle, your mind getting tossed to and fro, man.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta control your thoughts, man.
Right?
If you don't control your thoughts, somebody else is gonna control it.
That's right.
Right? Somebody else is gonna kind of get up in there and manipulate your mind. Right? If you don't control your thoughts, social media is gonna control your thoughts. The opinions of others is gonna control your thoughts. Damn, YouTube is gonna control your thoughts. Vlad TV is damn gonna control your thoughts, man. If you don't control your thoughts.
You got TikTok as well.
Yeah, TikTok, man.
Watching TikTok videos all day.
Damn, shorten your attention span, man.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
scroll on 1 second. You
Now
want
you
to
can't-
say that? A second,
Now you
man.
can't watch a 5-minute video, man. You so damn used to TikTok videos. Now you can't even sit through a damn breakdown.
It's too long.
Right? You can watch, if you can binge watch 5 episodes of some folly, what's so hard watching an hour and a half video, man?
Yeah.
Hour-long video. You can watch 5 hours of damn whatever, man.
That's right. Right. Bring us the right. It's like your Jeremiah 35 and 14.
Couldn't wait to bring up that.
It's one of my favorite verses, man. Hey, man, I like waking up early. During the week, I try to wake up around like 6 every morning.
I'm
It's
a
like-
early bird too.
Do like 45. It's like I do like 100 push-ups through the spirit. Oh, what? It's just an account. Nah, that's just an account. That's just an account.
Chances of count.
Yeah. I'll wake up. I try to do some workouts. You know, try to read a little, and then gotta get the day started, man.
God.
You know, you gotta wake up early so your brain kind of get activated.
And I ain't gonna lie, man, when you wake up early, you just feel so productive, man.
Yeah, you
throughout
do.
the day. You just feel mightier, man.
You feel good
Throughout the
waking
day.
up early.
It's a beautiful thing.
Hey, the birds wake up early, man. You can wake up early.
Yeah, the bird.
You hear the birds, you like, why you making noise? The birds gotta do work, you gotta do work too, man.
That's right.
You said Jeremiah 35?
35 and 14.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 35, verse 14. The words of Jonadab. The words of Jonadab, the son of Rechab, and he commanded his sons not to drink wine, are performed, for unto this day they drink none, but obey their father's commandment.
Right. These Rechabites, these heathen, these Hamites, they obey the Father's commandments. Go ahead.
Notwithstanding, I have spoken unto you rising early and speaking, but ye hearken not unto me.
See that? I've spoken unto you rising early. You woke up in the morning to tell Israel. Go ahead.
I have sent also unto you all my servants the prophets, rising up early.
He didn't say rising up late. You know, the Lord didn't say, you know, go teach the word at 5 o'clock, at p.m. Even in Nehemiah, they woke up early. We read in the 8th chapter. You got it.
And sending them, saying, return ye now every man from his evil way,
Go ahead.
and amend your doings, and go not after other gods to serve them. And ye shall dwell in the land which I given to you and to your fathers, but ye have not inclined your ears, nor hearkened unto me.
One more.
Because of the sons of Jonadab, the sons of Rechab, have performed the commandment of their father, which commanded them, but this people have not hearkened unto me.
See, you letting the heathen outdo you. You got the Rechabites, they doing the work non-stop. And they're heathen. But you tell them you can't read 5 chapters, 4, you can't study for an hour, you can't make 30 minutes for the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shema Rashai. You too. I need to eat. I can't fast today.
That's
I just
sleepy
need to eat.
spirit.
Sleepy spirit. You know, 1 more hour of rest. You rubbing your eyes. You stink.
Like a damn kid.
Yeah,
You know, kids always
You
sleep.
kind of doing this.
It's like to think. Oh, hell, bro.
Always taking naps, man.
Yeah, nap spirit, nap time.
Power nap.
Power nap.
Take a 3-hour power nap every day. Come on, brother.
I was gonna say that.
No naps in the middle of the day, man.
I was gonna say that go well with
In righteousness.
with the precept where it say, if this was the other nations,
Not no 3 hours.
if the other nations was in our position, they would have, stayed in the land. They wouldn't have been under curses. They would have kept the commandments.
They would have kept it, man.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
We surpass the deeds of the wicked, man. I believe the scriptures say that. We go to the nations, they will hearken, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it said that in Ezekiel.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Hey, certain nations, they come up hearkening. Hey, it makes sense, man. Hey, it makes sense, man. Right? But we trying to break it down to Israel. I don't want to hear that, man. I'm African. I'm American.
We had that one
I'm not
heathen.
this.
Was you there? I think you was there.
Black Baptist.
We was telling that heathen,
Man.
the X, Y, and Z. He said, yeah, that makes complete sense. And then Jake came up, and then heathen was correcting the Jake.
Yeah.
He said, no, you're going off. You're supposed to wear fringes. He literally said stuff like that.
Yeah, the heathen was getting on
He was
this.
getting on Jake.
Was that Ishmael?
It might
Yeah,
have been Ishmael.
Yeah.
It might have been Ishmael. You was there?
Yeah,
He was trying to cleave.
Yeah, he was cleaving.
We was
But
on
not-
campus martyrs.
Yeah.
Cleveland, Ishmael.
But he was still getting on Jake. And we was all getting on Jake. And Jake just, that was sad, man. That was disgusting.
Yeah. He had a point, right? He had a scripture.
I got a precept.
He about to make a quick point, gang.
Oh, I got one too, but I'll wait after, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm out there.
Oh, Con, to go back on the resorting early to the Most High. I got Sirach 39 and verse 5.
So right, 39:5.
Early in this thing.
This is going into the attributes of a wise man. Like it says in verse 1, it says that a wise man, he will give his mind to the law of the Most High. He'll study the precepts, and then he'll become great in this thing. Alright, so this is another attribute. You can bring that up.
Sirach chapter 39, verse 5. He will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer and make supplication for his sinners.
Right, and real quick, like that precept, Brother Yardan always sending in the group chat, you gotta make your voice known in the morning time to the Lord. I don't know what precept that is.
So Psalms 5 and 7.
Yeah, it's one of them around that area. So
Psalms 5 and 3 maybe.
yeah, Psalms 5 and 3. Bring it out real quick, Bosh. Right, because you gotta resort early unto the Lord.
So look at Psalm chapter 5, verse 3 says, my voice shalt thou hear in the morning.
Hey, the voice of the Lord, Osalaki, your voice shall the Lord hear in the morning.
It says, O Lord, in the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee and will look up.
And that's in the morning time, man. So you gotta make sure you're doing that. Right? We all guilty of kind of grabbing our phones first thing in the morning, but hey, man, we gotta resort to the Lord.
Yeah, you gotta, that's something I was gonna say, that's, every brother needs to stop doing that, man. If the first thing you do is check your phone, that's off.
Look, we
That's
all,
speaking of myself, double-edged sword.
Yeah.
we all do it. We all did it. We all did it this week. Brother might have did it this morning. Raise your hand if you did it this morning.
I did it this morning.
Hey, brother,
I checked my
going
phone
off.
first.
See that? Yeah, see that?
We all went off.
I read a chapter right
My phone was dead though.
See that?
What if you got an alarm on your phone? You trying to?
That's a little different,
See that?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I
Brothers check
kind
their
of,
messages.
you be kind of
Yeah.
checking and,
What's going on?
Brothers check these messages. You
Can't
gotta
do
pray, man. You
You
gotta
gotta
pray
resort
first.
to the Lord early in the
I
morning.
got a
I
precept.
keep
But
finishing on
you
that.
got to finish his, though. That's a good
Bring it
precept.
out.
Let's finish on one.
Okay.
5, it wasn't
Yeah,
done.
so right 39:5.
That's like it.
It's a good
Verse
precept.
6.
I was saying because I read through.
When the great Lord will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding.
He shall be filled with the understanding. The man that gives his mind to the law of the Lord. Really, you can start at the first verse.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Alright, start at the first verse.
No, it's the whole chapter for real.
Yeah, the whole chapter is
We
going
just-
into attributes of wise
Yeah,
men.
just 1 to 5.
One is getting up early.
Yeah, 1 to 5.
1 to 5, Sirach 39, 1, chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High,
You gotta give your mind to the Lord of the Most High.
That's right.
Right? Your mind has to be on the Lord. Right? Did not the Lord say, serve him with all thy heart, soul, and might? I think brothers kind of look over that. Right? It says, serve the Lord with all thy heart, soul, and might. Alright? That's deep right there. That's with everything in you, you gotta serve the Lord.
Ecclesiastes.
That's
you
deep,
know,
man.
That is deep.
9:2.
Bring it out.
And it's occupied in the meditation thereof.
Say occupied in the meditation thereof. Right? Just real quick, just look up occupied. We gotta look up the words.
And why you getting that? I got a quick point. Last year, what I would do a lot, I set my phone all the way across the room so I won't grab it in the morning. I gotta start doing that again. Man.
You gotta trick your
That's
mind.
smart. That's smart, man.
Yeah.
Only thing is the alarms. I was like,
Yeah, I still do that sometimes. Sometimes I gotta be better with it. I set the alarm from all the way across the room.
Yep.
So when it go off, I gotta kind of get up and grab it.
Yeah, that's smart right there.
You know?
All right, bring it out.
You want occupation or occupied?
Occupied.
Occupied.
Okay, so
I want to go one more thing.
Right, so you have to be occupied. Bring it out.
occupied.
And the Lord said occupied till I come in Luke chapter 19, verse 13. Okay, read on.
It say of a building, see, busy or inactive.
It say busy, right? And then it say what?
Inactive.
And active. Okay, read on.
Read on this.
Yeah. So it say busy.
It
That's the
say
definition,
tags.
right?
Yeah, it say tags that kept her occupied in the remainder of the afternoon.
Meaning it keeps you busy, so you have to stay busy. The scriptures say idleness teacheth much evil. Matter of fact, bring out that precept. I believe that's Sirach 33:27.
Yeah, I brought that up.
Yeah, we had.
Oh, you already brought that out.
Let's send your servant to labor.
Trying to bring it out again. You gotta, hey man, you can't, gotta harp on this point. Bring it out.
The book of Sirach chapter 33 and verse 27. Send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teaches much evil.
Right, so that's why the Lord gave us the pounds, the talents, so we can occupy in those things. He gave us the knowledge so we can occupy in the knowledge and stay busy in the word of the Lord. Right, so now also give me 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 14, I believe it is. All right, 1 Timothy 4 and 13, start at 13.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 13. Till I come, give attendance to reading,
To reading,
to exhortation,
to exhortation,
to doctrine.
and to doctrine. Right, so to the Lord come, you have to be meditating on the precepts, the doctrine of the Lord, exhorting brothers, giving counsels. You should always be occupied, no excuses.
Stop.
Who had a precept?
No, it was just saying.
1 Timothy chapter 1, 4 verse 13.
It was just the
1 Timothy
classic,
4:13.
to ponder what you was talking about when that Jake didn't want to hear it. The classic Jeremiah 6 and 10.
Bring it out.
And I got a precept, bro. One precept right
Who said that?
there. Jeremiah 6 and 10.
Right.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 10. And it reads, to whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken.
It said that what is uncircumcised?
Their ear is
Man,
uncircumcised.
ears uncircumcised are filthy, man. You got it. Yo, keep reading. Yeah.
And they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it.
And they have no delight in the word of the Lord. Hey, we delight in the word of the Lord.
John.
I love the word of the Lord, man. Right? Hey, man, we addicted to the truth through the Spirit.
Yeah.
That's in 1 Corinthians 16:15. We'll bring out your
That's
precept.
what I'm getting to.
That's the Spirit.
But Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 6.
Yeah,
I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. That's why I say in Joshua, I believe 1 and 7. It say not to, you gotta meditate on his word, day and night, Ye that, Isaiah 62 and 6. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. Give him no rest.
They say give him no rest. See that? So you can't. Right? Bring it up.
And kind of had a point real quick. I was just telling the brother yesterday, I was exhorting him, and basically I was telling him, the longer that we not working, the longer that we, being slothful in this thing, the longer we gonna be here, man.
We gonna be here, bro.
But the more that we do the work, y'all gonna see the more that, and the shorter we gonna be here, man. And then we ain't gonna have to be doing all this stuff, man. We gonna be perfect, man.
Right.
Every time you gotta tell you, hey, we here because of you, man. Spark fire under you.
Yeah, and even Yahweh said, look, I'm about my father's business. Right, that's in Luke chapter 2, verse 49.
He was 12 years old.
And he was 12 years old. Just imagine that. You got a young lad said, look, I'm about my father's business. I can't worry about the things of the world. I'm doing my thing with my father's. Right? So Yahweh Shah was on the level. You got it, brother.
Ephesians 5 and 14 through 17.
That's the one right there. Break it out.
Bring it out.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, and verse 14 through
Right.
17.
Bring it out, that.
And it reads, Wherefore he said, Awake thou that sleepest.
Awake thou that sleepest. Wake up, man. You gotta tell Jake, wake up. You gotta scream at Jake, get up.
The Lord said that.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say we blowing an alarm. Man, we waking the people up through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shah. Right, but Jake kind of hitting the snooze button. I don't want to hear it right now. I want to go back to sleep. Turn the lights off. Right? Read on.
And arise from the dead.
Hey, you gotta rise from the dead. Come out of dead works. Come out of that dead estate. Read on.
And the Mashiach shall give thee light.
And the Lord is going to give you light. That's playing upon tables. He's going to enlighten your eyes. He's going to give you understanding, knowledge, wisdom. Read on.
See then that ye walk circumspectly.
You got to walk circumspectly, always on your P's and Q's. Right? Read on.
Not as fools, but as wise. Redeeming the times, because the days are evil.
So you got to redeem the times because the days are evil. All right? Keep reading.
Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Salaki.
All right, now give me, so like, let me bring out Psalms 119, 126. I'll bring it out. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. So the Lord works, man. Right? But you want to sit down and not do a damn thing. Hold up, the Lord is working. So if the creator of the heaven and the earth works, then you got to damn work as well. Right? Because we're under the Lord. Let me get one more. John 15 and 20, King. We're walking on. John chapter 15, verse 20.
The book of John, chapter 15.
So keep in mind that the Lord works.
John chapter 15 and verse 20. And it reads, Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his master.
See that? So we're not greater than Yahweh Shah. So if the Lord is working, the damn Skippy, we got to work as well. All right, bring it out.
If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
And they have persecuted Yahweh Shah, so they want to persecute us. They have crucified Yahweh Shah, they're going to crucify us. Read on.
If they have kept my sins, they will keep yours also.
And they're going to bear false witness against you. You got it, brother. So the point is, if the Lord works, then we can work as well. You got it.
Chronicles 15 and 7.
2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 7.
That is.
Right? Work. Right? No distractions. Right? Put off these different demons, man. 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 7.
The book of 2 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 7. And it reads, Be ye strong therefore, and let not your hands be weak.
Don't let your hands be weak. Oh, you got it.
Be ye strong therefore, and let not your hands be weak.
And you gotta be strong and don't let your hands be weak. 'Cause
Right.
what are your hands made for? To do work, man.
Right.
In your houses, buildings, families, they were all brought up and created in with the hand.
Yeah.
Even the Lord, He stretched forth His hand all the day long until rebellious people. The Lord's doing the work. We gotta do the work.
Real quick, those with trades, they make the most money, man.
Yeah.
Right? Those that have a skill and know how to work with their hands, they make the most money.
Damn welding, carpentry, pipe
It
fitting,
is what it is.
plumbing.
Right? Carpentry. Right?
Masonry.
Masonry. Right? These people make the most money because they know how to work with their hands. They know how to get things done. Okay? You got to know how to get things done in this truth. Work. Pick up the scriptures, man. It's so much to be doing in the truth, man. Right? I mean, it's so much you got. You can counsel brothers. Right? You can hop on calls with brothers. Do reading, do study sessions, exhort brothers. Pray, read, pray, fast. It's a lot to be doing, man.
That's right.
Making videos.
Making prayers.
You can do on location videos, right?
Passing
Go to
out
different
flyers.
museums, passing out flyers, flyer missions.
Read articles.
Every video ain't gotta just be you sitting down kind of going into it. No, you can go on location videos, Bible, archaeology, you know, going to the Hebrew. You can mix it up.
Hey, brothers gotta go to the library with each other.
Yeah, you go to the library.
You can do a lot, man. Like you said, flyer missions, man.
It say, 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 7.
Yeah, I got hit on the fly.
Be ye strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded.
For your work shall be rewarded. Yeah.
Because your labor is not in vain.
I got a precept.
I got a quick one. I'll read it real quick. 1 Corinthians 15:34. Awake to righteousness and sin not. For some have not the knowledge of God. I speak this to your shame, because a lot of Jake is just, I want to sleep all day. I want to sleep all day, buddy.
That's that bum spirit.
Yeah, I'm a bum. Hey, this distractions demon can come about through your friends as well. You got a lot of friends, they hitting you up, and that's Satan, of course. Hey man, let's chill tonight. Let's go bowling. No, brother, it's Thursday night and I want to study. That's what you got to tell them sometimes.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with having a life. You know, you kind of watch a movie. Nobody's saying neglect your family.
Yeah, find balance.
Tell them to shut up. Nobody said do all of that. But you got to have a proper balance in this thing.
That's what
You got to be just.
It's like that.
Jake loved, like, in his youth, like 21 and up, they love just going out and partying and drinking and so-called having fun.
Turning up. No, man, you gotta find balance.
Hey, Jacob, 4 in the morning partying. Hey, why you can't stay up 4 in the morning studying?
Give me Isaiah chapter 5, verse 11.
Like I said, Satan always, he never sleep, man. You're in the world doing all that folly and madness, going all the way out for madness. You're there for the Lord, man.
And I might get the precept on that. All right.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse
And
11.
like that Outcast song, you gotta get up, get out, and get something, man. In righteousness, man. Right? Get up, get out, go studying, go to, you know, study sessions with your brothers, counseling brothers. Like I said, it's too much to be doing in this truth for you to just be that
Working is
small.
not just, making breakdown videos.
Right.
The Sabbath day. It's literally counseling, man, reading,
Yeah.
studying with brothers.
Like I said, them fly missions, man, I mean,
That's a big
me
heavy
personally,
thing.
that's like, hey man, you on a level, brother. You doing flying missions, man. That's the greatest. That's like one of the greatest forms of love, man. Going out there in the mall, right, edifying your people, right. That's beautiful, right there, man.
That's a mighty work right
Your
there.
works are not in vain if you're doing that.
That's like one of the mightiest works you can do.
Yeah, straight up and down. Hey, being charitable, going downtown, giving to the poor and less fortunate. That's mighty.
Yeah, that's a work too, man.
We can all do that, man, through the Spirit and probably how about you know, show. That'd be mighty, man. That's how you blot out some sins in these last days too. Okay.
Don't forget to help your people too, man. Like you might see somebody stranded, you want to be wise, of course, but
Yeah,
if
use wisdom.
somebody need help, can help them.
You kind of got jumper cables, see they kind of need it, you kind of pull off the gas station. And that's off, man. The commandment say you see your enemy's ass, his ox, and you got to kind of take it back to him, man.
No, that's a
All right?
fact.
So it could be worldly Jake, man. He's sitting his car down. You kind of got jumper cable. Kind of help the brother out,
You got to
man.
be example. No Christian pastors, they're not doing that. But they like these brothers in the truth is doing this, man.
Facts. Bring out that precept.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 11. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink.
Now you got Jake that rise up early for left-handed wickedness, man. They gotta be up at a certain time, go make their sales, catch the junkies and the cluckers, right? Jake do that, man.
Yeah.
Jake rise up early in the morning to follow wickedness.
Have to sell drugs, man.
Read on.
It's off, bro.
That continue into night to wine and flame.
And they continue all night to that wine and flame. Certain people wake up just to drink, man. That's the first thing they grab in the morning. They don't grab a Bible. They don't drop down on their knees and make a prayer to the Lord. They grab that damn vodka, right? Hey, damn. Right? All over their damn face, man. That's how they wash their face with vodka, man.
It's a cleansing agent.
Right. It's a cleansing agent. Keep reading.
It say, in the harp, and the viol, and the tabret, and the pipe, and wine
All the musical instruments. Read on.
are in their feasts,
It's in their feast, right? They turning up, they dancing. Read on.
but they regard not the work of the
But
Lord.
they don't regard the works of the Lord. Right? Like a lot of these rappers, they wake up, they go straight to the studio. Right?
You see, these interviews that like they be saying like Lil Wayne work ethic is this, that, and the third, but it's all in wickedness, man. Talking about he don't sleep, he up in the studio all day, this, that, and the third, and like Drake said, all my closest friends party and I'm making all the music they party to while they doing that. So it's like, that's folly, man. Basically saying I work non-stop, but for what, man? For vain glory.
Yeah, like damn Kevin Gates. He say, I don't get tired, man. He said, team no sleep, man. Right? So he not sleeping just to work wickedness.
He's like, I got 2 phones.
Yeah, he got 2.
Fuck. It say, but they regard not the work of the Lord, neither consider the operation of his hands.
Playing upon tables. They don't regard the work of the Lord. So they're going to get put to death, man.
That's
Bring it up.
1 Corinthians 15, 58.
That's a bad
I
first.
got one after,
Brothers in that Corinthians.
Yeah, that Corinthians, man. Paul was going into the spirit.
1 Corinthians 15-58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast,
Be steadfast. Read on.
unmovable,
Unmovable. Read on.
always abounding in the work of the Lord.
Always abounding in the work of the Lord.
Always.
Because even back in Rome, they had many distractions. They had coliseums, right?
Yeah, they had some statues,
Olympics.
They had big Greek statues and
Yeah, they had
discus.
gladiator sports. They had sports back in the ancient world.
Red light districts.
That's where damn sports come from, man.
Yeah,
The
Greeks.
Greeks and the Romans.
Huh?
Damn football,
Yeah,
Orgies.
they had temples.
yeah, boxing, MMA. That's a damn black. They call
Yeah,
it
harlots
gladiators.
everywhere too, man.
You got harlots on the street. You had harlots on the streets in Rome, man.
Yeah, literally.
So they also
Prostitutes running around. That's what harlots is.
They had,
Prostitutes.
they had football fields back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah, discus. All that.
so
Track.
So the point is, Paul was teaching the church of Corinth how to move, man, how to maneuver through this world without being distracted. Okay, Paul seen all the folly that they was doing in Rome. Read Romans, the 1st chapter. You had homosexuals, you had backbiters, thieves, covetous. You had all manner of wicked spirits.
That was New York City in the ancient world, man.
Yeah,
Rome,
yeah,
yeah.
Satan's seat, man. Right in Revelation.
That was a top city, man.
Yeah,
Wickedness,
Now,
man.
like,
Pargamos.
Brothers had a precept though.
it's a little bit more on this too, Salaki.
Bring it up.
It said, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain.
So your labor is not in vain, man. Right? Your labor is not in vain. You might be scribing a damn 5-hour breakdown, right? Or the Day of Atonement breakdowns that be like 24 hours. You know, that's mighty right there. Your labor is not in vain. Because them scriptures, like those scriptures can help build up a brother. Those scriptures can keep a brother from falling out. Okay? Yeah, the brothers in Baltimore, they did a damn 24-hour video.
Literally.
That's mighty, man.
I mean, that was
Damn.
on another level, man. Straight up and down.
That's mighty.
Brothers kind of falling asleep on the live.
That was Jake. I want to go home. And that was Jake.
Yeah, that was Jake. Oh, man. When y'all gonna get done? Damn, looking at his clock.
Keep asking what time it
You
is.
said 8. You said 8, brother.
Jake be
It
wanting
be
to go.
down 8:02, brother. You said 8. Come on, man.
Jake,
We
we
knew-
Do that at
It's
camp.
like we knew brothers that did this.
At camp.
I'm just putting it out there, right? We knew brothers that did these things.
It's like, Jake be wanting to go to church, but kind of hate church in a way.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even want to get up and go to church.
Right.
But they want to be there. It don't
Yeah.
make no sense.
Yeah.
They're like, man, we gonna end, church. But you're not even supposed to go to church,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, church is off. Who had a precept?
Yeah, Kazaki.
it was the classic Matthew 5 and 16. Matthew 5 and 16.
Matthew 5 and 16. You said what, brother?
No, I was talking about, I think that's the light precept.
Where, like, to expound on, like, with our enemies, they seeing that we being charitable, they seeing that we doing all these good things, they're gonna be like, well, what did you do? You used to smoke weed, you used to do this? What was it that you did? It was the Lord. Well, how can I magnify the Lord? And that's what,
Yeah. Father, glorify thy name. Luke 12. I believe that's what.
Oh yeah, that's not
1:30.
John 17.
Oh,
John 17. John
Yeah.
12.
my favorite.
bring it up.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 14.
16.
Or verse 16, Slaki. Let your light so shine before men.
Let your light so shine before men. Gotta let that light shine, man. Your light is the knowledge of the Lord. You gotta let that shine. All right?
A brother literally told me, hey, you shine like a light. He said, you got a light on you. He was going through a bad day. I gave him a flyer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, Jake can tell you that, man. And you got a glow, brother. You got a glow on you.
My rib was right there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the glow.
It said, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works,
That they may see your good works. Read on.
and glorify your Father which is in heaven."
And glorify your Father which is in heaven. And we had that happen a few times. And we was on 7 Mile, and the sister pulled up. She was like, yeah. She said, y'all work is not in vain.
Yeah,
She said something like that.
I remember that.
She was like, Yahweh. She said the name of the Lord.
Oh yeah,
She said, Yahweh.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai. We was all praises, man. She said the Most High uses little armies to overthrow big ones, man.
That's right.
That was mighty, man. The Spirit hopped on her. She glorified the Father that's in heaven because she's saying our good works.
You know what Jake get thrown off as because they don't see it. You know, with Jake, they get the riches, you can see the riches.
Yeah.
But our riches, you don't really see it. You know, that's why you gotta have faith.
That's why the Apostle Paul said we see through a dark glass.
That's right. This what was in precepts about to wind down is Revelation 3 and 2. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before the Heavenly Father. Right? You have to have your works be found perfect before the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai. You have to strengthen the things which remain. Whatever He gave you, whether it be this talent or this gift, you got to strengthen it, fortify it, and make sure you exercise and it's like you make sure you keep the commandments by by your talent, by your gift. You know, so if He gave you the gift of prophecy, it prophesy. Gave you the gift of know technology, whatever, it get in that thing. Give you the gift to exhort, give counsel. All right, right. Got close the precepts.
I got one. Get Proverbs Chapter 26. Right, 26 and verse 16.
Proverbs chapter
In
26.
fact, start at verse 13.
Proverbs chapter 26, verse 13.
Right?
The slothful man said, "There is a lion in the way, a lion is in the streets."
Right? So a slothful man says a lion in the streets, right?